Hello everyone! So I thought I would sit down and film a little what's in my teacher bag. So I'm currently a substitute teacher for a couple boards in my area, and I just recently got this bag and put together my substitute teaching bag, so everything that I'd bring with me on my day supplying, and I thought I'd show you what all I have with me. So to start off, this is what my bag looks like. It is more of a knapsack style, but it has lots of pockets and compartments inside of it. So as you can see on the outside here, I have two pockets that are like water bottle pockets. So I keep on the one side my water bottle, and on the other side, on this side, which does have like a spot for wipes or Kleenex if you want, I just put my thermos in it for tea throughout the day. So that's what I keep on the outside pockets. You can see on the front of the bag here, I just have a hand sanitizer clipped onto the little elastic bit. And then I did add an enamel pin to the top, and I might add a few more just to personalize the bag a bit more. I forgot to mention this bag did come off Amazon, so if you want me to leave the link for that, I can put that in the description box for you. We start off with the front pockets. So this front big pocket, when you open it up, so when you open up this pocket in here, you can see it opens right up. There is a little mesh pocket at the front, and I just tuck in that my planner. So this is a mini happy planner, and in this I just write down which school that I'm going to for the day and all my information that I need for that, so I know where I'm going from day to day. Also in this pocket, just in the main opening of it, is my pencil pouch. So this is also a happy planner pencil pouch, and the reason I like this one is it has an elastic cord at the back of it that's meant to tuck around your planner. But I use this, I carry a clipboard in my bag, and so sometimes I will clip or elastic this up onto my clipboard so I can just carry my clipboard around with all of my pencils and things with me. So inside here, I just have all of your standard supplies, so pens, highlighter, pencils. I have a dry erase marker for if I'm in a class that has whiteboards and they don't have a dry erase marker. I also have a chalk in case I'm in a class that has chalkboards, whiteboard, sticky notes. I have a couple index cards in here, some paper clips, an eraser, all the things that you might need. Also in this pocket, I keep a couple of pencils for ones that I could give to students. If I have a student that comes up to me and they say they don't have any pencils, I like to keep a couple extras with me that I can give to them, and I don't worry about whether I get them back or not, just in case I'm in a classroom where I don't know where there might be extra pencils. And then there is two pockets inside of this main pocket, and in these pockets is where I keep my lanyards. So because I work for two different boards, my one board doesn't give any sort of ID badge or anything. So I don't usually wear a lanyard most of the day unless they give me a key for whatever classroom I'm in. But I do have this lanyard always in my bag for whichever board I'm working in that has a whistle on it. And this lanyard I did make, it's just some wooden beads. And I like to keep this because if I'm leading a gym class, if we're going outside, if I'm on recess supervision, I like to always have a whistle with me just so I'm not straining my voice. And in the other pocket, I'll leave it in there, but that is my ID badge and lanyard for one of the boards that I work with. And that is everything I believe that's in my front pocket. So if I zip that back up, you will notice that there is a little pocket at the very front here. And in this pocket, I don't have anything in here currently, but this is where I put my car keys from the day or any sort of personal items like that that I bring with me. Okay. So there is also a pocket above here. It's kind of hidden under a flap. And in this pocket, all that I have right now is a pair of little mitts. So So just some small gloves. We're in November right now in Canada, and so it might start to get cold, and I like to just keep these in my bag in case I'm on recess supervision or we go outside with the kids. And then at least I have some gloves to throw on my fingers if it's chilly. I might also throw a hat in that pocket as we get further into the winter. Okay, so moving on to the main compartment. You can see the top of this bag has a snap closure and it opens up these handles. And then my favorite part of this bag is when you open it up, it opens and there's wire in the top, so it keeps it open, but you can really see what's all inside of there. So here's an overhead look at what's in my bag. So you can see that there is a laptop pocket at the back of it. There's another padded pocket in front of it that would work great for like an iPad or a tablet or something. I don't currently have anything in there. Sometimes I might bring my Kobo e-reader with me, but right now there's nothing in there. And then in the main compartment, I have my supply folder binder. I opted for a folder, but it has all my important papers. I have my lunch bag. There's nothing in it right now, but my lunch bag usually just tucks right in here. Below my lunch bag, there's a couple things that we'll get to. There is a zippered pocket at the back, or I guess the front of the bag, that I just leave unzipped, and this is where I tuck my clipboard. I think it holds it pretty good. And then there's two pockets that are a decent size and two pen pockets on the front of that. And so I keep some Kleenex and this little thing for Band-Aids in that pocket. In my pen pockets, I keep this pen. It came off of Amazon. It's the Siskel pen, and this pen is a touchscreen pen for using my laptop because I have a Chromebook that is a touchscreen. In the other pen pocket is not actually a pen, but it is a lip balm. So this is just one of those lip balms. And then in my other pocket like that, I keep an EOS hand lotion. There are a couple other pockets, so there's like a water bottle size pocket on each side of the inside of this bag, which you'll see better once I empty out the bag. But let's start going through everything that I have in here. So as I said, the first thing that I have in my bag in that laptop compartment is my Chromebook. So this is an Acer Chromebook, and I just have a purple case on it, and I use my Cricut and some vinyl to kind of decorate that because I absolutely love owls, hence my channel name. So yeah, I just kind of decorated that up, and I always bring that with me. It's fairly small and light and compact, and just that way, you know, if there's no lesson plans left, I can quickly find some things online if need be, or I can keep up with my email when I have prep time. Maybe I might do some computer work. The next thing in that bag is my supply folder. So I know a lot of supply teachers like to bring a binder with all of their things in it. Personally, I opted for a folder, so this is a 5-star pocket folder, like Duotang. And I opted for this simply because it stays nice and thin in profile, unlike a binder, which would be bulkier in my bag, and yet this fits so much stuff. So I'll go through that in just a minute, but that's the next thing that's in there. And then, as I mentioned, I have my lunch pail. There's no containers in it, so it's packed down really small right now. But usually I bring a couple containers with my lunch and some snacks and stuff, so that fits in here. So at the very bottom of my bag is this plastic case. This case came from, I think it was the Dollar Tree a little while ago. And in it you can kind of see, because it's clear, I have a Pop-It. These are some erasers that are in like characters. I have some different pens, or pencils with erasers, some smelly markers, and then there's some stickers hiding in here as well. So I call that kind of my treasure chest, if you will. And so depending on my class, I don't do it all the time, but if I have a class that doesn't already have any sort of classroom management system, if the class seems like they might need a bit more to work towards, because quite often when you go in and are supplying, classes might react a bit differently than they would to their everyday teacher just because you're new, you're throwing off their routine. So just to encourage good behavior, I do have these little tickets. I don't know if you can read it, but it does say, "Keep up the great work. Write your name on the back of this ticket to enter into a prize draw." And so I will just randomly hand these out throughout the day to my friends that are working really well, doing what they're supposed to be the first time that I ask them, kind of thing. And then they will just bring these to me whenever they write their name on it, and I put them all in a little bag or container. And then at the end of the day, I will do a prize draw for a couple names. So the more tickets they get throughout the day, the better odds they have at winning a prize at the end of the day. And they just get to choose something from my bin. Overall, I know this is my own money that goes into this, and so not everyone's keen on doing something like this. But I don't spend very much on these things. The eraser animals just came from Amazon in a big bag for fairly inexpensive. The markers and pencils and stickers all came from TheOrganizedOwlStore. And because I'm only giving out maybe a couple prizes to the class at the end of the day, this does last me for quite a while. And as I said, it's not something I do with every class every single day. So I just kind of pick and choose whether it's a class that I think would benefit from it or not, because sometimes those reward systems don't always work the best in certain classes. Moving on, so my clipboard that's in that front zippered pocket, it's just a basic brown clipboard that I got from the dollar store, and I always keep some lined paper on it. And when I'm at the school, what I will do is I will stick my day plan, any maps of the school or important pages that they give me onto this so I can carry it around with me. Also a great spot when you're doing attendance at the front of the room, so you have a hard surface to write on. You can see I have an owl and it says my name, so my name is Miss K when I am supply teaching. And so this, I just use my Cricut again and some vinyl to kind of decorate it and personalize it. I really like having my name on the back of it when I am at the front of the room, because then kids can read it and it helps them remember my name. So that's kind of the last big thing that I have. Oh, I do also have my timesheet in this folder for the one board that I work with, and that's in that same pocket with my clipboard. So moving on to those side pockets that are kind of like water bottle holders on the inside. In one of them I keep some Clorox disinfectant wipes, just an on-the-go pack, because you never know. Easy to clean up some messes or disinfect areas. On the other side, what I keep is, this is my adapter for HDMI and VGA, I think it is. So this just connects into my Chromebook and allows me to connect to most of the projectors at the schools that I go to in case I need to use my laptop for any of the lessons that I'm teaching. And then in that same pocket with that, so this is in the opposite water bottle interior pocket, is my charging cord for my Chromebook. So I just kind of fold it up and both those cords get tucked in that pocket together. It keeps them out of the way from everything else. So that is everything that is inside the main compartment. So you can see it's kind of lost its shape now. But down here, there's those elastic pockets. There's the front zippered pocket you can see better with the pockets on the front, and then the two back padded pockets. You will notice on the inside on this side, there's a little zipper, and when you unzip that, there are some cords for charging, and those connect to the outside of this bag. There is this little black port, which you can see. So you can plug in your phone charger into this and plug your phone, just slip it into the pocket. Or there's this convenient little back secret pocket on the bag, which is where I actually keep a small phone charging cord. And the only other feature of this bag is there's an elastic for if you were to travel with this bag. It can slip over top of suitcase handles, and then there's some nice padded straps to it. So that is everything that I keep inside of this bag. It is now empty. but I will go through my supply teaching folder briefly. So inside my supply teaching folder, just want to make sure I'm not showing any confidential information. So in this front pocket, you can see I have these pages. These pages are going to be available on my TPT account. And they're just a page that I made that says while you were out, and it gives me a space to write my name, the date, my contact information. I have absent students or late students I write in one box, my students that went above and beyond for the day, students that needed reminders, and I write little notes about what those reminders or actions were. I have a little box for incomplete work. I try to get to everything on the day plan, but this is where I'll note if they need more time on something or if we just didn't happen to get to something. You can see the bigger box to the side there is for complete work, so the opposite of that. And then I have a box at the bottom that's for any other additional notes. So if there was anything that happened at a recess or any other things that the teacher should know about that happened during that day. And then at the very bottom I just have a thanks for having me in today. So I fill out one of these for every single day, each class that I'm with, and I just pop this onto my clipboard for the day and have it with me with my day plan and everything else. But I keep my extra copies in the front pocket. This front pocket behind those pages is also where I keep my extra lined paper for my clipboard as well. Moving on to the actual duotang itself. So all my pages that are in here are in sheet protectors, just so that everything stays nice and clean and protected. So I'll only show you the first page. I did make this page before I made these sheets. This is just a while you were out note, all the things that I should be commenting on or looking for. It's just kind of a personal reminder for me. Now that I have this note paper with the separate boxes, it's a little bit easier to remember everything that I should be commenting on. So I don't look at this too often, but it's still in here. The next pages in here I'm not going to show. I have the school calendars for each of the boards that I'm with. So I know what days they have professional development days, what days there's holidays, all those sorts of things. The next two pages are the different schools within that board and their contact information and addresses. And then I have the bell times for the schools. So those pages I won't share. And the next one has my logins for all of my emails and all the systems for each of the boards. The next divider that I have, so these are some blue dividers. Inside of this, which I would like to laminate these, I haven't gotten around to it yet. Inside I have, these are for classroom management, like call-outs to get students' attention. Some classrooms already have some set up and I will just use those, but if there's not one that the students know or are used to, then I will post one of these on the board and tell students about it at the start of the day so that I can get their attention easily for the rest of the day. So I have one that's Scooby-Dooby-Doo, so I would say that and then they would respond with, "Where are you?" So I like to keep those in there. And then I also have in this main pocket of the divider, I have some coloring sheets. So I bring these are from an actual coloring book, and I just took the pages out so I didn't have to bring the bulky book with me. And I bring these just for those times where the kids are out at recess and you have nothing to do, you're sitting in the classroom, or when it's my prep time. Moving on, let's see what else I have in here. So the next pages, again all in sheet protectors, are what I call my quick lesson plans or quick activities for if I need a filler activity in the day plan. There's time where they finished all the work that was assigned, so I need to pull something out to keep them busy. Or if there was no lesson plans left, these are some quick ideas that I can pull from that cover a range of subjects. In this divider big pocket, I just keep some blank paper. If we're doing art or if I just need extra blank paper that's not in the classroom. I have about one class set, so about 30 sheets of blank paper in here. And then behind that, not in sheet protectors, just inside my duotang, I do have some graph paper. Sometimes those older grades need some graph paper with their math, and we don't always know where it is in the classroom, so I like to keep a few sheets with me. And then in my very back pocket, I keep some storybooks. So yeah, I always like to bring some extra things just in case to help make my day go a bit more smoothly. So I think that's everything that I bring with me. If you have any questions about anything that I showed, or if you want a bit more information about anything, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I will check them very frequently. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.